Just mute PJ.
Yo, Flows! I think
Yes,
we are live.
that made it go away.
I think we are live. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're all doing well. We have PJ Cruikshank, Jeff Conkel, and Ryan S. in Element. How you guys doing?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm worrying about this buzzing. I've just put a new camera on, and apparently there's buzzing this side. You can't hear it, the flats, can you?
Nah, it's very, very subtle if I have to go very close.
Okay, sound. Can I just ask anybody in chat if when I'm talking, does it sound different? Does it sound weird or anything? Buzzy, or just try to work it out because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I just heard when you were talking, I was like, "Woo!" Yeah, sort of. Yeah, Jess can hear it as well.
Oh, no, that was pipe. That's the pipes in the background. That's the water pipes. That was.
Oh, okay.
That was when it just went woo. That was the water pipes in the background. It's not there now, is it?
No, it comes and
No,
goes.
that was the water pipes. That was definitely that was.
But it's good to see you guys. Good to see everybody in the chat as well. Guys, please hit the like, share the show. Really going to help the show to get out to a further audience. Obviously, we scheduled to talk to him at past, so it's still 11 minutes, and then I'm going to have a chat with him. Yeah, Norman Cross is here. You can also hear a buzz. I think you might have to change it, mate.
Mate, hold on, mate.
Liffy? Excuse me, guys. My children just don't want to listen.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what about now? Can you see the buzz now?
No, I don't hear a buzz anymore.
No, it's the camera. It's weird. It's only when I have the camera plugged in.
That's weird.
I don't get what's going on. It's a brand new camera. I don't know what's going on. So I'll leave the camera out for tonight, and then I'm gonna have to try and work it out. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Let me just try another socket, another USB port.
Yeah, I'm not hearing a buzz right now.
That's because I've unplugged the camera.
Ah.
Let me just try this other port and see what happens there. See, it might be the port.
Wow, this is such a professional. It's such a professional stream, isn't it?
Sorry. What about now? What about?
Oh, he had no buzz. Okay, Jeff Gassett says he has no buzz. Norman says the buzzing stopped.
Yeah, and that's because PJ just unhooked his camera. Because I think he's running his mic through his camera, and that's what's causing the buzz.
Yeah, it could be the.
Right. What about now?
Yeah, it's buzzing again.
Right, it's a camera. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe rather take the camera out, mate.
I've done it. What I did, I just changed. I took the camera out and it stopped buzzing. So I thought it might be the port. So I changed it to another port, and it's buzzed in the other port as well. So I don't know what's going on. Wow.
Okay.
All right. It's not buzzing now. The camera's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, do you guys have a good day?
Yeah. Vicky went home today. So not too long ago. So she'll be missed.
But yeah, I'm interested to see what Mops wants to chat about again.
Yeah, gosh.
So we'll see what he talks about. So what do you guys think about my Spanish?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I think you're pretty good at it.
Yeah, definitely.
If it was only me.
But when I had FTFE in Spanish, I was like, well, how did he do that? That's not FTFE's voice. It was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you see, I found one that's able to give me my voice, and you can dub everybody's voice like they have. But I can only do the free version minute-long dubs. But if I get a paid version, then yeah, obviously. But I mean, it starts at like $60 a month. It's a bit hectic.
Oh god.
Oh, you mean that's an app you used to do that? Damn it! I thought you were really speaking.
And then the other one I used, where I used the FTFE and stuff because I wasn't talking. I just used a free one, and that worked perfect. Although it just won't be my voice though when I talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To me, like when I went to watch the video, didn't pay attention to the title. I'm going, what the heck is this? I'm going, like it was something's wrong.
Some weird setting.
And then I looked at the title. I'm like, oh. So
I thought it was an old Speedy Gonzales cartoon or something.
Yeah, but like I say, I'm wanting to I want to dub everything. I want to start other channels. So I want to start a Spanish channel, a French channel, obviously keep my English channel, and then a Portuguese channel as well. You know, just get it out to further audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the more people that see it, the better. Why not? I mean, I saw already just with these little Spanish dubs I put on there, the analytics shows like 90% of the people that watched were not subscribed.
Wow.
So that's a good thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think they said the analytics for YouTube watch, 70% is outside of the US, worldwide, of all YouTube views. So there's a much bigger audience out than just English, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would like to get hold of some of those Brazilian flat earthers. I think that would be great. But yeah, it's good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. If you haven't already, please hit the like, share the show. Please, please, please. 5 minutes and I can go into the hangout with YouAreMopped and we can have a discussion, which is going to be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Can't wait. I was just thinking, Jeff, if I just got a Bluetooth camera, would that help? Do you think? Would that buzz and stop with a Bluetooth thing? Do you think it's?
I'm not sure if it will or not because it might be because sometimes what happens is if you have more than one mic on your system, that's what can cause that buzz.
Right.
So if hooking a Bluetooth mic hook up to it might not change anything.
It might stay the same.
You need to fully disable the microphone that's on the camera itself.
Okay.
There's a way to do it.
I did try that. I went into my settings and I can have the camera on, but use the internal microphone for the computer. But I don't know if that automatically turns off the camera mic. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. You need to actually disable it in your Windows settings.
Right. Okay. I'll need to look for that then. Cool.
That might be why it's buzzing, huh?
Right. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. Nice one. Sorry. I just needed to know. I'm not very good with computers. I'm quite new to them. You know what I mean? These ones, up-to-date ones anyway.
Let's see if he's ready. Yeah, okay. We'll see if he's going to come in now. Let's see. Join. I might have to stick my camera off here as a main so it works in Zoom. Because I don't think my camera's going to work on here and Zoom at the same time.
No, it won't. It probably won't.
Where's
I don't
my
even
camera?
see your camera in here anyways.
No, you won't. But we'll have to go back into YouTube
Yeah,
anyway.
you guys have to go into YouTube.
Yeah, because we won't be able to see it in there. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to disconnect then and just watch YouTube.
Shots, yeah, then if we finish, because he usually only chats for about an hour or something, so if it's over and we see, okay, it's time, we can have an after show kind of thing. We'll see you get that in Element again.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, Shotman, thanks guys for coming.
Alright, see you in a bit. Bye.
Cheers,
Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Let me quickly. I can't find where I can put my camera off. Why? Okay, let's just go to screen capture all that. There we go. And then drawing on computer audio. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey. I hear you.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How's it going with you?
Good, thank you. I'm just trying to get my camera to work now. USB, OBS, USB. you doing well?
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
can't complain.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get my camera. It just doesn't want to.
I wonder, because you have your camera running to, you're streaming, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot the stream. Oh, there we go. It should work now by you. Yeah, because I'm having the stream there. It should work. OBS. Okay, back to.
Oh, almost.
No. Because I've disabled it on OBS, but it still shows. Anyway, how's the weather doing there?
Well, I'm in New York, so it's rainy and cold. So, but
Exciting.
yeah. What man? Before we get into everything, what is life like down in South Africa? Here it's a little unsafe at times.
Not really.
Is that the case or no?
I don't think it would be. It would be practically the same everywhere. Everybody's got their own problems. You know what I mean? But
right.
Yeah, in South Africa, just got a very corrupt government. That's about it. But yeah, if you're not careful, you can't really walk alone at night. Let's put it that way.
That's a lot of places, though, like you said.
Yeah, it's not really gonna. Oh. Okay, now it might work. Sorry, it's like I have to try and see if I can get off air everywhere.
That's all right.
I'm just glad we can actually get now the chat.
Yeah, like I've been really looking forward to this, man. This is gonna be a good one, for sure.
Please select video camera settings. Okay. Remove. Sorry about this. This is the most.
It's all right.
Very. How can I put it?
Yeah.
Man, what? Because you just usually record though, so you can edit all this out at least.
Yeah, I'm not even recording yet. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay, is it working now? Ah, there we go.
There he is. All right, sweet.
Screen capture.
You're still streaming, right? I'm not gonna be able to hear your
Yeah, I'm still
people,
streaming
but
there. I just want to see.
right. Can they can see and hear me, I suppose.
Yeah, they can see you. So you better
All right,
behave
what's up,
yourself.
everybody?
Just joking.
It's all good.
Oh, there we go. Okay, show. Now it should show you perfectly. Oh.
Wait.
Anyway, so I see your channel's growing quite good. That's a good thing.
Well, I don't know about it's getting there. Yeah, but I'll hit record if that's all right.
Yeah,
we can
you
just
can go ahead.
start.
I'm ready, sir.
You can always head to the sound, but let's see.
Recording in progress.
All right, cool. Yeah. My channel is growing pretty quickly, but I guess a lot of the subscribers and views are coming from those two conspiracy videos that I reacted to, and I don't really like to say debunked, fact checked. I think is what I'm going to call it from now on. I'm not really. I was just going into them to, give it an honest fact check.
Yeah,
and that's all it was. And but those videos became pretty popular. I should really make more of those.
Well, people like conspiracy theory kind of things, so I mean,
they do that Illuminati video. Just it's not like it has 1 million views or anything, but for me, 50,000 views is a ton. Yeah, for me, for like a 5-minute video. But the interview is going well, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy speaking to everybody, and both sides. It's fun conversations. Not even I didn't really start as I'm not a flat Earth debunker. This is not a flat Earth channel in my opinion. Like I spoke to science fiction author, another big science-based YouTuber. So I just reached out to the guys because because I just wanted to talk.
Yeah, and that's cool, and that's the only way you're gonna get out. But what I like about you is you don't really, how can I say, you're not like a lot of people that just show bias towards something. You kind of try and stay as neutral as you possibly can. You show respect, and you try to chat about honestly. You know what I mean? So that's what I like about you. That's why I'm definitely
thank
happy
you.
to do collabs.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Then I do try to be fair and kind to everyone. I'm not gonna be mean to anyone or anything like that. And I do just want to get people's thoughts on certain things. I want to ask you. There's really only one way I should have opened this questioning here. Are globe earthers stupid?
No. I'd say a
No.
lot of them are dishonest though.
Really?
Anti-flat earthers, to be precise, because it's different. I try and categorize in two different things. You get a glober, you know what I mean, just ordinary people that believe the globe. They've been indoctrinated. They don't. Then they hear it and they're like, oh yeah, I think about it, and they just go on with their lives. They don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me normal glober. Then you get the anti-flat earthers, like the FTFEs and all of them. But that's their bread and butter kind of thing, to try debunk the flat earth, you can say. Because in my opinion, that there's a lot of arguments that they know it's actually flat, but obviously they can't concede. Think about it. If you've got a channel that's large and your whole support system is based upon your narrative debunking the flat earth, you're obviously going to have to keep with that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say anti-flat earther side, I would say, is to an extent, dishonest when it comes to some things. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not going to say all flat earthers are honest either, because if you know me, I've even spoken about a lot of flat earthers, called them out and told how dishonest they are. So it's just one.
Yeah, you have, and that hasn't gone unnoticed, as you saw, Dan. You said you're quite honest about your opinions on other flat earthers, which is pretty refreshing. You mentioned you think that the globe earthers, which really is only a handful if you think about it. I mean, billions of people on the planet, right? How many globe earthers or anti-flat earthers can you name? Not many, right? So do you think, because most of the population of the world believe the earth is round or a globe. Do you think that everyone is just incorrect or mostly incorrect, or there's, even including scientists and astrophysicists and everyone at NASA, or is everyone just lying and there's a cover up that there's some reason some people are trying to keep the actual shape of the earth a secret?
Now you see how I would picture it is just like, I mean, how can I explain this? Just like us flat earthers, we weren't always just flat earthers. We were also brought up to believe it's a globe and things. I mean, heck, I still like my sci-fi, and I was like a huge Star Wars fan, Star Trek and all that. But I just see it in a different light now. When it comes to people like you call scientists or whatever, they believe they're doing the right thing. So I wouldn't say they're lying. I would say it's a very small group of the top echelons, which know there's the truth, and they're the ones lying because they don't know. They might be manipulated in a way to think this is better for humanity. This could be better financially. You don't know. I can't divine one's motives for being dishonest or lying anything. But I wouldn't say everybody's lying, because that's just impossible. When it comes to explaining things like, for instance, space travel and things, you can understand they have compartmentalization. So if a person is getting a contract for doing the paint job, or even the bolts and nuts and everything, or wiring even, they're going to believe they're doing something worthwhile. I mean, why would they get a contract, get paid for it, if it's not really going to where they're claiming to take it? So
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I said that not everybody's saying it's lying, but definitely when it gets to people like the astronauts, I would say they have to be lying.
I understand. The vast majority of people on Earth, they may be globers, but they don't think about it ever, right?
Exactly.
It's just really ever. So it's not much of a, I guess it wouldn't have to be the whole planet that's in on it, because just most people go about their day. So you mentioned that's fair. I mean, so like you said, you haven't always been a flat earther. Do you remember the first time you heard the possibility or the concept that maybe the earth is actually flat? Do you remember that? And how long ago was it?
Well, it was easily, what, 7 years, 8 years now. With me, it was a bit different because I had a way of looking at things because I studied art. That's what I majored in and stuff. So, perspectives kind of drilled into me and stuff. And the one day we went down on holiday to the beach and stuff. And I was looking down at the ships and I was looking at stuff and I was thinking, this can all be explained just, with perspective. It's not really something, that was really bothering me. But I did hear somewhere where someone said flat earth, but I didn't really watch anything about it. I said, oh, flat earth, the normal kind of thing people take when they see flat earth, they just shrug it off or they go and watch and they laugh at it. I didn't even bother about it. I just saw so my back mind was like, what's this flat earth kind of thing? So when I was on holiday and I was looking out, I was saying, yeah, but this can be explained with perspective and all that. And it's like something just clicked in my mind. It's like, maybe I should look into this. Something's just off. And obviously when I went home and stuff and then started looking into it more, I was trying to think, yeah, this just makes sense. It's like almost like an overnight transition to me, you could say. A different way of thinking. Obviously when I started getting into the flat earth, I had to now try and figure out ways to replace things like gravity and all that.
Yeah.
But when I was, how can I put it, doing this, I was going in and I was seeing, okay, because gravity was so pumped into me, I need something that gives gravity. So I looked into the electric universe and the ether and all that. If you even go to my channel, you'll see the beginning was mostly I'm trying to find evidence for the ether and electric universe and all that. And I eventually came to a point where I said, hang on, I can't find any real substantial evidence that it actually exists. So I kind of left that kind of thing and I moved on to now relative density disequilibrium, which I still feel has more evidence for anything, and I really think gravity is more based on the preponderance of RDD. Just like if you get Einsteinian general relativity, if they explain the bending and warping of the space-time which causes these things to have an apparent acceleration, although general relativity is in a mathematical construct in the fourth dimension, I think it's just really explaining what's happening in reality, where we are in the third dimension, where the air around the object is displaced, so it has an unbalanced force. So it can't support it, so therefore it has to seek equilibrium, and that's what causes it to accelerate.
It's not supported. Okay. All right.
I hope that makes sense.
I think it says something that you looked into the electric universe as a potential explanation, and then, basically realized, no, this probably isn't it, and gave up on that, or at least are no longer convinced of that. So that says something about your belief in flat Earth. I feel like if you had looked into it, the same thing would have happened if you just found it unconvincing, and you wouldn't be, you wouldn't be doing what you do.
I think everybody gets it in a different way. I didn't start on YouTube straight away, by the way. I actually started on Facebook doing that until I'm not even on Facebook anymore because I actually got like a stalker kind of thing happening there. And I ended up just decided that it's weird. So I stopped using Facebook altogether, and then I moved on to the YouTube thing. It doesn't stop the stalkers though. I think you're also going to get some sometime. Don't worry. You'll get emails from weird people. But yeah, it's a journey. Let's put it that way.
How long have you been doing YouTube now?
5 years about, almost.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing. God, I think I like almost 1,000 videos and streams on now on the channel.
Well, you must love doing the streams. You do it almost every night.
Oh yeah, I enjoy it. It's a passion, and it's something I enjoy communicating. You know what I mean? Obviously, it does with the flat Earth. There's only so much you can talk about. So I do try and venture into other things like the Mandela effect and things, which I think is also very important to something these days. And I've started dabbing now into dubbing my stuff in different languages. So I'm starting now to dub I want to start a Spanish, a French, and a Portuguese channel as well, because I think maybe everybody should start doing that actually to get, to wider audiences. Because if you looked at even the algorithms and the analytics, 70% of viewers are outside of the US, non-English speakers. So think about the new audiences you can get just by doing something like that.
Wow. 70% of your audience, or just in general on YouTube?
70% of worldwide of YouTube is outside
Really?
of the US. So, and I mean, most of even my views are practically from the US, and I think yours as well. So I think for every YouTuber, that's actually a must to look at doing dubbing in different languages to get new audiences. I mean,
I thought I heard you
is
speaking.
to maybe get a lot of Portuguese and Brazilians, because I've heard there's a lot of Brazilian flat earthers out there. So if I can get some of them at their attention, I think I can get some great content.
Well, are you fluent in Spanish and Portuguese? You sound pretty good.
No, that was dubbing.
No?
That's AI that did that for me.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually thought you were speaking Portuguese and Spanish.
I wish.
Do you know any? You just haven't. Oh, wow.
I know me gusta la fiesta. That's about it. We like to party.
Stop,
Hola.
yes.
No, but no, I mean, I speak English and Afrikaans. That's me.
Wow, that you're ahead of the game there. Then that's actually a really good idea. You can get your content out in a much better than subtitles to have it dubbed like that.
Because
That's
I think
cool.
it's the future of YouTube. I think everybody's going to do it. So it's definitely time to start. And that's why I'm telling it to you as well. You should maybe think of doing it as well.
You think YouTube's still going to be around and popular in 10 years, let's say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, when Shorts
Yeah.
started, you saw how mixed up it was in the beginning. They didn't really have a fine structure. Now the Shorts are perfect. And the people that started with the Shorts in the beginning didn't really have competition. So now they're booming like crazy because they were the first people getting their audience through Shorts. Now with this
Right.
new thing with YouTube, they're trying to push all the languages on. If you go to Mr. Beast's, that's why he's got so much different channels. Because they're all in different languages and stuff, and he's dubbed them in those languages. They're going like crazy. I mean, I know a guy, he's German. He created now a French, a German, and an English channel. He got monetized on his German channel in 12 days. Just because he took his English and just dubbed it in German.
And you already have all the content. That's it. That's huge.
Yeah, so you just
It's a really
literally
good idea.
transferring it.
That's a really good idea. So you still see yourself, are you just doing this for fun? I know you work full time, right? This is not you're not a full-time YouTuber.
No, I work full time. This is my things I do at night when I put the children to bed, kind of thing. But yeah, I think I'm enjoying this. It's not something I'd look at stopping. If it does get to the future where I can say, okay, I can maybe support myself doing this, I'll definitely do it full time. I mean, I don't want to spray paint forever because it's actually very bad for a person, and I want to grow old and see my children grow up. You know what I mean?
I heard you say that once before. Maybe you said it on while you were reacting to my conversation with Dan, and I was rooting for you. I would love to see you not have to do that anymore, especially since you have kids.
Yeah.
It's brutal, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I do enjoy spray painting too, but it's just very bad on the body.
I could hear it in your voice, yeah, when you were talking about it. I was like, oh man. So if YouTube will be around, you could potentially make it into a career other than flat Earth, right? Before I go there, what would it take for you to change your mind or to be convinced that you maybe were wrong this whole time? What would it take?
I think there's quite a few points that can actually do this. I would say circumnavigation from North and South Pole. But that would have to be like straight, perfect circumnavigation. You obviously get the people that transit, but you see they've done this in 1971 or whatever. But if you look at the route, it's totally possible on a flat Earth, and they take a hard east. They don't really traverse straight south through the South Pole.
Okay.
What else? I guess people actually demonstrating you can have gas pressure without containment. I think those are the two main ones, I would say.
Okay. What gas pressure without containment? How does that prove or disprove the shape of the Earth? Just whether it's possible or not.
You see, let's put it this way: you would take this based on logic. If you agree with me that every time we need to measure gas, or present gas, or transport gas, or have gas pressure, it has to have some kind of containment. The globe, though, says you don't need this containment for the gas, which totally goes against every kind of demonstration in civilization since the beginning of time. And it's explained with the second law of thermodynamics that entropy will increase if you have a separate system, if you have a system close adjacent to a separate low pressure system. So what I get now is the argument, yeah, but we have pressure gradients. But not understanding the pressure gradient comes after first having the gas pressure, and the gas pressure first requires the containment. I'm a firm believer that we are contained, obviously, because I am also a biblical earther. I am a Christian, and I do believe in the firmament. So that's definitely one of the holding points to me that says, okay, it has to be contained because God says so, and if we don't have it based on natural law, we can't breathe.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but it's container. So proving that there is no container, or proving gas pressure without a container. Then.
Yeah. Because every time I get, for instance, the anti-flat earthers, they want to demonstrate gas pressure without containment. They usually go and show it with containment. You know what I mean? Or just trying to take a funny one, for instance, like Sean Hawkins. He takes a piece of paper and he starts blowing on it. And he says, there you go, that's gas pressure without containment. You're like, yeah, Bernoulli's principle requires there to be containment. First of all, that's a surface area, so that's an open container, and you are already in the contained system, just like an airplane is already in the contained system. It's like taking a fish tank and then taking another, just a container and sticking it in the fish tank and claiming there is no fish tank. You know what I mean? Like, it's already in the contained system. And that's one thing I'm trying to get through to people, and I don't know, it's like I struggle to get that through. If you're in a contained system, you can already have the gas pressure there. Now, if you're trying to claim, look, I have gas in my hand here, but you're already in the contained system, you're defeating the object. It's already contained.
Yeah, a little bit hard to prove either way. Like you said, if there is a container, then basically everything within the container is moot, right?
Contained, exactly. By default, it's contained.
You can't. Yeah, it's by default it's contained. All right. So let me see. I just checked my notes. Flatzoid. So that's what it would take to change your mind. All right, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say that's two main points.
2 main points. What do you think about the people who have changed their mind, or at least claim they've changed their mind, right? So I'm talking about Ranty, STST, Raichi.
Yeah,
I
think I've been very vocal on them, but I'll be more than happy to for your video. Ranty, I would say, is still a flat earther. I would say he just actually practically, kind of sold out because he needed the money. He was always struggling financially and things, so it was something that he needed. I do believe that's why he's not really in the whole thing anymore, because it might be emotionally hard for him. All the best to Ranty, by the way. I got no issues with the guy. I just think he's still a flat earther, and that's just something he has to deal with. STSD, he knows straight. I tell him he was never a flat earther. I say straight, if you even go look at his channel, his whole spiel as being a flat earther looked very fake, very no passion, very kind of satire kind of thing. Like he would go outside and just take a video of the sun with his balcony and say, see, my balcony is straight, so therefore the earth's flat. Stupid stuff like that. I think he used it as a publicity stunt to be able to say, okay, I was an ex-flat earther, and that's how he grew his channel. Raichi, on the other hand, I think she just goes where, I don't know, she gets the attention kind of thing. I'm not going to be able to say she wasn't a flat earther because I wouldn't know for sure. But how she is now, I would say she's a bit dishonest and troll-like. she's making stuff that's very trollish lately. But yeah, I can't say if she wasn't a flat earther or not.
In your reactions to my video with Creaky and again with Dan, you use that term divine someone's thoughts or reasons, right? And I think, just to defend that, we're just doing our best to gauge someone's, motivation similar to you just did with STST. Like, so when I reacted to you reacting, I'm like, man, it's just, we all have this little built-in lie detector and, we form our you can never be 100% sure, right? And
obviously it's my opinion at the end of the day. I'm not telling anyone to just take my opinion as fact. Everybody has their own opinions. I'm just saying why I say that, because you can go look for it yourself. Go look at his channel. You have a way of reading people, and that's just what I read from him.
My opinion is that the huge majority of flat earthers, and I'm talking 99%, are very honest and are, flat earthers because they believe they're flat. I think that there's a group, percentage to where maybe they're not, but, flat earthers maybe over time start to question whether, they've been wrong this whole time. And that's a hard thing to come to terms with when you start to feel that way. And that doesn't just apply to flat earth, right? It could be, religion, right? You could have spent 20, there are stories about priests and pastors out there that, have lost their faith, but it's their whole life. They would lose everybody, right? It's even much worse for them than you can imagine a flat earther, right? So there has to be a few that, like you said, maybe were never flat earthers and they just said, I'm going to fake it and get some attention, right? That has to exist.
But I think doubt.
I think it's
but I think doubt is a normal thing. It's human. I mean, maybe you've at one stage thought maybe you're wrong. I mean, everybody.
Well, not about flat Earth, but about I believed other things that turned out not to be true, and I have to come to terms with them.
Yeah,
terms with that.
Exactly.
Which is that's just part of life.
But I must say, there's two things I've never thought I was wrong about yet, and that's God and flat Earth. It's the two things I've never been more sure about in my life.
Wow. Yeah, those definitely in religion, people are they believe quite strongly.
Yeah. Well, I've seen too much. Let's put it that way. I've seen very weird stuff that is supernatural that cannot be explained by natural sciences and things. You know what I mean? And that's what really makes me think, no, there's definitely something out there. And I have an understanding when it comes to Christianity and stuff. It's a relationship kind of thing. If you don't have a relationship in the Holy Spirit, you're not going to really understand what's going on kind of thing. But yeah, that's a different subject though. But I know for sure that according to me, it's fact.
And your flat earth belief is just as strong?
Yeah, let's look at it this way. I mean, I was a Christian from a young age actually. I mean, I think I was a young teenager when I became a Christian. And I was a glow believer. I mean, I read the Bible, everything, and I've never read it in a context of, oh, it's flat earth. Because how the culture was brought up was, oh, you see a globe on the TV, you see everything. If something happens, it's globe based. So you brought up just by reading, okay, God separated the waters from the waters, and you didn't really question anything about it. You didn't question, oh, God brought the sun on the fourth day kind of thing. So it was just almost like you blind to it. But once I got into the flat earth and I read my Bible again, I was like, hang on, this makes so much more sense. It just fits more into it. And that's, I think, just cemented it more for me, because it's just validation, I could say.
All right. All right. Yeah. So that
Am I making
Very
it
small.
difficult for you?
No, this is the way my interviews typically go, and I'm like, this is why I spend so much time editing to cut this out for the people who are watching. They don't have to watch me fumble
Because
through my notes here.
I used to do the editing thing so much as well, but it takes so much time. That's why I ended up just saying, okay, it's easier to do live streams. And then if you want to, you can cut pieces of that and make a video of it. It just, at the end of the day, it's so much less time consuming, let's put it that way. Because I know you're going to keep yourself busy with editing. Definitely.
Oh, and I'm so new to it also. It takes forever.
Yeah.
But I try and cut out every little or every pause or down to, just to keep it moving for the viewer. But yeah. So people have said, that there's a connect, flat earthers tend to also be conspiratorially minded, right? Dan said this in our conversation. Agree or disagree?
Yes and no. Not all. I would say that a lot of the flat earthers come in understanding things like conspiracies, like 9/11 or the moon landing hoax or kind of things. But then you also get a lot of them that never really bothered with that, and they got into it, and then they sort of look deeper and realize, hang on, this something doesn't sound right. But yeah, I'd say it's a 50-50 kind of thing. It depends on I guess the person's environment they were brought up, because you get a lot of globe believers are conspiracy theorists and they don't believe in the flat earth. So yeah, it's difficult, you know what I mean? You can't really say for one person what's can be for the other.
Yeah, of course, it's not a perfect correlation for sure. I was just, a lot of people would say that there's some kind of correlation there, but I don't have any data on that, so who knows? Just wanted your thoughts. Are there, like I said, I believed in things that turned out not to be true, and they're conspiracy type things, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever believe in something that turned out to be a conspiracy, and then you realize it wasn't what you thought it was?
Star Wars.
What do you mean, Star Wars?
Just joking. No, I would say with space.
You thought it was real? They were.
I wanted to join the rebellion, kind of thing. But no, I wouldn't really say. The things I was more into kind of are still just classified as conspiracies. But what do you classify as a conspiracy really these days? If you look, for instance, into 9/11 and things, there's a lot of evidence which points to it being a botched thing. It's actually a planned thing. But I'm not going to go and really go out of my way to present something because it's not my passion. You know what I mean? That's what I say. It's not something I'm going to really be able to talk about. But no, I don't think there's really anything that I looked at. Like I do believe there's such things as demons and stuff. Some people see that as a type of if you look at ghost hunting, for instance, people think, okay, that might be a conspiracy. These people are just nutters. The conspiracy theorists looking at EKG, EMP monitors and stuff, and saying there's ghosts and all this. I don't believe in ghosts and anything. That's total bullshit. But I do know, based on personal experience, there's demons and things. I've had literal, like I said, I've actually had interactions with the spiritual realm, you could say. So to me, that's very real, but I wouldn't classify it as conspiratorial. But to some people, it would be for them because it's something they don't understand. So
I wouldn't say, I wouldn't consider that. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that, ghosts or demons, either one, I wouldn't consider that a conspiracy. I think people just believe it or not. It's not like someone's trying to keep the truth from everyone. That's in my opinion. But, there are things like you said, 9/11, moon landing, of course, goes back forever.
Yeah, the moon landing was one of those that even when I was a globist still as well, there was something I'm like, hang on, something's just off here, you know what I mean? And that's something that kind of stuck with me. But it wasn't something I took serious. It's not something like I said, I'm going to debate someone or anything. It's just, it doesn't bother me, you know what I mean? If they went to the moon or not, what does it bother me? But now it's like, yeah, I know they can't go because they can't violate natural law. So obviously it doesn't gel.
Yeah, 9/11 was one. I was 21 years old at the time. when it happened, living in New York. And then soon after all the videos came out, Alex Jones videos, or there's, I forget the name of the documentaries. And, to someone and I found them compelling. Like, I was like, wow, how did Building 7 collapse like a controlled demolition when it wasn't even hit by a plane? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And both towers collapsing, and it does, to the untrained, or to anyone, you have to admit it looks like a controlled demolition. And then, add on top of that, Building 7 wasn't hit by a plane, and it fell right into its own footprint. Mm-hmm. And then, that just add on to all the other,
because what I found
things that didn't
was I was still in high school, and I always walked to pick my brother up from the primary school, and then we walked home. And when we got home that afternoon, it was on the news, and we watched the second implosion happen, and they were saying a plane, but we didn't see any plane. You know what I mean? And that was like live TV. Like, but that's weird. They're saying plane, maybe we just missed it, kind of thing. But then later on, you go and look at some people's video footage. It doesn't show any planes, and some people do. Now, which ones do you take as real, and which ones can't you take? But if you see the red flags, like, hang on, look at the engineering structure and how it's actually falling and how it's cut at the beams and stuff, that kind of thing. That kind of puts red flags on the whole deal, wondering, yeah, something's up here.
See, I'm glad you said that, because that was what kind of made me realize that I don't know what I'm talking about, right? When I was like, oh, that looks like controlled demolition. And then you hear, how does steel burn, from jet fuel? It's not supposed to do that. But then I realized I'm not a structural engineer. I've never had any knowledge or training or education in demolition.
Because I actually watched a video recently with a guy. He is an engineer and stuff, and he explained the way they latticed the building together, and how as it fell and compressed, it created to make it fall the way it did. But it still doesn't explain the 45-degree angle cuts, you know what I mean? But it's just those kind of things. Everybody has their way of trying to explain how it could have happened or what could have happened. But like I said, it's not my passion to really worry about what happened there. To me, it's something that's a red flag, and it was fabricated. But hey, I'm not going to try and convince anybody.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, look, I've changed my mind. I've realized, like, there's that. Well, one, I realized that I don't know anything about the things that I claim to believe that made it a conspiracy, right? Mm-hmm. So that was one thing. Like, okay, I don't know. So there's like one or two guys on the internet saying all these things, and then the rest of the world seems to just take it at face value. So it's like, well, I'm the furthest thing from an expert in structural engineering, so I should probably believe the experts. But I know you can't always do that. But that's where I landed there.
There's always people out there that have more information and knowledge on the subject. So.
100%. Mm-hmm. Yep. And in my case, a lot of people, because I had very little knowledge and still do about that. But yeah, so that was my experience. And you said you don't really have any other conspiracies that.
Not really.
The demons, but that's more of a personal experience thing. That's that's not much of a conspiracy to me.
Can I ask you a question though?
Of course.
What keeps you from the flat earther?
Well, everything seems to be pretty well explained by the globe model, right? So and I've studied physics, and I'm into astrobiology, astronomy, just as a hobby. But everything, like I've taken the courses in physics and done the gravitational experiments and learned the equations and derived the equations. Everything works. Everything really works. And to my mind, there's just absolutely no reason to question any of it, because it all works. Right? We have the most amazing technology and satellites, and it's just too much. Like, I would need a lot of evidence that would, one, have to explain the world that we observe, better than the globe model in every way. The globe model seems to do it perfectly. And then, if there is a cover up of any kind, that requires a lot of evidence and explanation and motive. Like, I don't see any of that,
Yeah.
right? So, like you said, you believe people are doing a job honestly, but like, why would anyone have them do all this? Without the motive, I can't get behind it.
Yeah, we can't really divine someone's motives, but definitely one of the itching points I'd say based on it is to keep God away. I mean, they want to separate God, because if you look into the history of even how the heliocentric model was introduced, it came from the Jesuits, from the Masons. People staunchly into worshipping the sun. So based on my spiritual path, I understand. Okay, you get the one side and you get the other side, good and evil. You get the yin and yang kind of thing. And
Sure.
the heliocentric model is Satan's religion, if I have to place it that way, because it's the 180 perversion of everything that God made. God's character is he created you to be close to him, to have a relationship with him. He wants to be personal with you. But everything based in heliocentric is you have to push God as far away as possible. You don't have a creator. You don't have that supernatural link with God. You just, by chance, just a speck of dust, that just came from nothing. So to me, I would say it's a spiritual thing, and that's how I would say it is.
So you think that making people believing that the Earth is a globe makes them less likely to believe in God and love God compared to if the Earth was flat?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
definitely. I've seen many Christians even fall away from their faith because of heliocentrism, because they look into the Bible, and especially once they get, like I said, they get exposed to the flat Earth stuff, and they read the Bible and they see, but yeah, the Bible's saying and it's explaining a flat Earth. I mean, a lot of atheist scholars even say, yeah, the Bible's a flat Earth book. I mean, we have to be honest with ourselves. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And
yeah.
they're saying, well, if I can't trust my Bible, then how can I know God's real? You know what I mean? And then they throw away their faith, and then they follow the heliocentric model, which is literally people following man over God. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's definitely a spiritual thing got to do with this, where people decide, well, if I take God or I take what man say, but I'll take man because it's scientifically validated. You know what I mean?
But there are a lot of globe earthers that are religious. I'd say most of the world is that way, right? So, but I see what you're saying. If there's contradictions between the model and the Bible, it could lead to people not so much believing the Bible.
Exactly. That gives them shaky ground kind of thing.
Gotcha. Let's see what else I got for that. Mm-hmm.
And I've also seen the antithesis of that. When people first get to the flat Earth, they were atheists, then they become Christians. That brings them closer to God. So, yeah, it can go both ways.
Sure. You do get a lot of hate. I mean, from I know it's got to be tough to be a flat earther. Tell me about your experience in real life. Do most people that know you know you're a flat earther?
Yeah, a lot of them do. Doesn't bother them. I mean, I'm still me, just normal people. That's what I say. When you get the normal globies, that just doesn't bother them. They're just like, oh yeah, that's cool, and they don't really want to talk about it. They don't really care. It doesn't bother them. And then you get those that are like, oh, you're just weird, and they just I don't want to do anything with you, kind of thing. But most of the people I interact with, no, it's cool. I mean, I've interacted with some people that's like, oh, really? Yeah, me too. I'm also a flat earther, and I don't know, kind of thing. That's. But I think when it comes on the internet, it's a whole different ball game than talking to a person in, just face to face, because I don't know, people on the internet can sort of have a online persona. They don't have to be their self 100%. You know what I mean? I think you also know it's different talking to someone face to face, You can be yourself, whereas when you're like talking on the internet, you can sort of hide behind the screen kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of people wouldn't be so rude to each other if they were face to face, I
Oh,
suppose,
yeah.
and would probably get along just fine in many cases. There'd be a lot more respect.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
a
even
lot
with
more
me, when I usually talk face to face, I am kind of calm like we're talking now kind of thing, because I understand it's a different type of environment you're talking. I mean, I can get comfortable on the internet and just, you know, slag people off and stuff, but it's like you dish it out, I can dish it back kind of thing. You know, you get used to it on the internet, like it's the culture, you know. But when you're like talking face to face, you kind of show more respect. You know, it's like, yeah, I respect what you're saying kind of thing. This is my argument, and then if you leave it by that, you leave it like that. But when you're on the internet, you can still go on and say, you know, this guy's just ignoring me, he's being dishonest kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I think the internet culture is different to talking to people just face to face kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I get along with everyone in real life. Like, no, never have any kind of conversation. People, you know, pretty well liked it. I'd like to say, I'd like to think. Um, Everyone I've ever worked with, you know, I wouldn't say I've ever like hated anyone, and hopefully no one's ever disliked me to that degree. But oh my goodness, in the comments, man, people, I try just because I made a video about the Illuminati. People absolutely say the worst things sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah.
got people telling me I'm a child abuser, telling me I'm beating my wife. You know, I get
What the hell?
literally, yeah. I mean, it's like if you don't believe, you know, just because we have different views, it doesn't give you the right to. But that's I say that's when it comes different to the internet culture, because they can sort of hide behind their keyboard and they can just type it out kind of thing. But I can guarantee you 99% of the time, those same people won't stand face to face with you and say that.
I've never heard it in real life.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People
You
aren't,
probably haven't either.
they can have their own kind of internet persona kind of thing, and they're just different.
Do you think you'd get along with Dan, Creaky, MC Toon if they were your neighbor?
I think get along, yeah, but agree with them. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, I do see them as a bit dishonest with some things and being anti-flat earthers. But I mean, you can even ask Craig. Sometimes we have discussions backstage, which we're cordial with each other. You know, and it's not the same as us making videos of each other, slagging each other off the whole time. Behind doors, we can still at least be proper, you know, respectful. And that's the kind of person I am. I can still be respectful with the person, even though I don't agree with them. So I can still get along.
But have you ever spoken to Dan or MC Toon or Creaky? I mean, you've spoken with MC Toon, I'm quite certain, right? Debated.
Dan doesn't really want to talk with me. He just doesn't talk to flat earthers, apparently. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. But Creaky Blinder, he hasn't really attempted to talk. But yeah, definitely talking to Craig, spoken to Mike a few times.
So is there anyone you haven't been able to get along with on the internet? They're just too, you know, dismissive or, you know, rude?
Just when we debate. But like I said, back doors, you know, you can still be respectful, say, how's it going? Have a good day. You know, be okay. But when you're debating, I think that's when it gets to, you know, just obfuscation and being the slimy self the person usually is. So that's about it.
You think that's dishonesty or that's passion about their position?
I think it's a mixture. You know what I mean? Because we both have a different view on things. Like they would see something away, and I would see something away. And obviously, when you have that passion, you see a certain way, you're going to see the other person as dishonest because you can't understand why can't they see it the way you see it. So I think it's human nature to kind of see it as dishonesty, and just more or less just say, but you've been in this for long, so obviously you've got to know the arguments by now. I mean, there's a lot of things that we've spoken about, even like with Craig, we've spoken about over and over, and you would think by now he would get it, but he doesn't. So in my mind, that would be dishonesty because he's willfully being ignorant of it. And I'm sure he sees it the same way with me. You just understand?
Right.
It's part of it.
But you're honest, so therefore it's possible he's also honest, and it's just there's a
we just see
barrier
things different.
Just not getting through to each other. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to talk about Nathan for a second. Nathan, uh, you know, has a reputation for debating aggressively or abrasively, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I find that, in his comments, or, he also reacted to my video with Dan, and he was rather kind, I think, to me at least, throughout the video, and then after the video, leave me some comments, and we actually went back and forth. So it's like, and then if you watch him, he's a completely different person when he's not debating in some of his streams and things like that. So I think Nathan is just one of the most passionate
Yeah, he's very
when it
passionate.
comes to debate, and that just comes out in the debate. But
But
I feel like I could get along with Nathan great in real life. Like I think
but
most
that's what I'm
people
saying.
would.
Everybody has their
imagine.
weird persona when you're like debating and things compared to
Yeah.
backstage. Then people have they're more civilized. Let's put it that way. I mean, I've seen it from even Sean Hawkins, believe it or not, I've seen him be more civilized backstage before we have a debate or something, which is it's yeah, it's like some switch clicks when when people start debating. I don't know. It's like, ugh.
Like two UFC fighters that shake hands and then try and kill each other.
But yeah, it's.
All
I
right.
think it would be an interesting conversation if we all had to get together around some table conference and just have a discussion, like we're having now. I think it'd be interesting conversation. It'd be different.
If it ever happened in person, that would be amazing. Yeah, and I bet you everyone. There might be some heated debates, but I'm sure we'd all,
I'd be up for it.
we'd all have a good time.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the States?
No, never been out of Africa though.
Never been out of Africa. Any desire to come to the States or visit?
Oh yeah, I would love to go. I've got some family in Virginia and Pennsylvania, and then I also got some family down in Sydney and Perth in Australia, and then I got friends and family down in Ireland, up in Ireland, and in London. So I've got family all over the world. So
Oh, man.
I would love to go and travel. It's just very difficult with the children and wife and obligations and stuff. So hopefully,
Yeah,
another
I
week.
Well, yeah. I hope it happens for you, man. I hope it happens for you. And if you ever do come to New York, hopefully you'll email me and say you're coming in town.
And organize a get together, something that would be great.
We'll do a live conversation for once. That would be something.
Definitely.
All right. If you have nothing for me at this point, I have to, like I said, I just do this for fun. I have to get back to work, actually.
Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, I
No,
think
this
this was
is-
great. Thank you for making the time for me now, because I know it's in a day for you.
Yeah, but that's all right. I'm due back at work in like 9 minutes. So
But we should do
Let
this
me,
again, actually. And
Yeah.
I wish your channel all the luck.
likewise.
Definitely.
Likewise. I'll be.
I'll push your channel out on my too, and I'll promote it. And yeah, like I said, obviously we don't agree with everything as well, but definitely respect
okay.
you, man.
Yeah, likewise. You're obviously a very nice guy, and I wish you all the luck as well. And yeah, we'll speak again down the road. I'd like that.
Thank you, man.
All right. See you, buddy.
Just blessings.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Recording stopped.
There we go, guys. What's up? Okay, let me try get everybody. You can come back in Elements now if you want. Let me see if I can get presenting. Ooh, I have to get everything up again. So, I think he's a nice guy. I don't see an issue with him. I think, obviously, we have very different views on reality, but I think we can get together and have great conversations. I hope you guys agreed. Type 1 in chat if you guys agree it was a great conversation, or type 2 if you didn't like it, because I like this this kind of chat. Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey.
So what did you think of the chat?
It seemed it was very cordial, and very respectful.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Oh.
I liked it. I liked the guy.
Yeah, so did I.
I think we can have a nice nice, clean conversation, respectful, and like I said, to me, I do read honesty from him. He's not like these normal anti-flat earthers that just try and say, you know, you just don't believe what I believe, so therefore, screw you. You know what I mean?
But you didn't take into account refraction.
But I think these kind of discussions are also needed. You know, just to have a normal conversation with the people like they are normal. You know what I mean? Because I think, because we didn't get into that, because I actually wanted to ask him, do you see flat earthers as weird and just, you know, not normal to society kind of thing? Because I get a feeling a lot of globies see flat earthers as some weirdos and, you know, not the same as part of society kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
He seemed like a nice dude, though, didn't he?
But yeah, guys, do subscribe to his channel. He's growing quite good. I think he's like over 9K now. So he's definitely. I'm gonna quickly get the link. YouAreMopped, if I can find it. There we go. Yeah, he's got 8.19K subscribers.
Oh, I don't think I was being heard last time. No, I wasn't. I had to walk back out and walk back in. I was talking, and I was like, no, they can't hear me for some reason. I don't think you hear me. No, my light wasn't flashing or anything. I just had to walk out and walk back in. Oh, you're right, Luch.
Hello.
Hello. My hair's bright
How's it
tonight, so
going?
let's just light up here. How you going, Luch?
I'm good.
That's good, good. So how's our new flat earther doing?
Nah. Unfortunately for you, I don't. You're never gonna convince me that mass does not attract mass.
Yeah, I
Wow.
agree. Maths doesn't attract mass. Yeah.
It doesn't. No.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't attract.
You're never gonna convince
Right,
me that. it doesn't.
You're right there.
The problem is as soon as mass attracts mass, out pops a baby.
Mm-hmm. If anything, mass repels mass.
And you're never gonna convince me that space isn't real as well.
Yeah, but that's wow.
Space is the final frontier, made in a Hollywood basement. Remember?
Do you know that's weird? That it's like
Not
Vicky
space,
would
it's
never,
water.
Vicky would never have believed me about. She would never have listened to me about NASA or SpaceX or anything before. But today, she's just come across a couple of videos by mistake and seen that the what was it? Elon Musk's car in space when it zooms into the studio. You know, when you see it flashes, then you see the studio, then it's back. So Vicky's seen a few things today. She was like, "No way, that is not real."
Uh-huh.
You know, like NASA footage and that. And it was only a couple. She would never have looked at him before because she wouldn't have took any paid any attention to me. But she come across them herself, and she was like, "No way, that's crazy."
Yeah, and they pushed it as real.
Yeah. It's so simple to see. I mean, I know like space, being no space, like that doesn't prove the shape of the Earth, space at all. But it proves that they're lying about something. You know, if there's no space, they're definitely lying about something. Definitely try to hide from it.
Well, let's put it this way: it's by default, if space is shown false, it
Yeah.
can't be a globe because the globe
course,
hinges on space being real. The flat
Exactly.
Earth, on the other hand, we don't need space, so it doesn't matter if it's real or not in a flat Earth. It could still be real in
Yeah.
a flat Earth, but it just wouldn't be what the globe pertains it to be.
Yeah, you can't contain a moving spherical Earth. You know what I mean?
What I don't get is how you think that the globe drives people away from God.
Wow.
It's in very specific situations, like I explained. I've seen it before. You get Christians, devout Christians and stuff, and as soon as this is why we have a problem with people like Paula, and then where they take the Bible as the Word of God, and they can't accept changes in the Bible because they are, how can I say, divining the Bible as some kind of God, which is not the good thing to do. Thanks, Jeff Conkle, for coming, man. Really appreciate it. Anyway,
Because-
so because they give the Bible, they idolize the Bible so much and its words, that if they find contradiction in it, it shakes their faith, because their foundation is not actually in Jesus, it's in the Bible. And I've seen this, unfortunately, a few times where people just leave their faith and become atheists because they say the Bible contradicts itself, because they didn't understand that the Bible is just inspired by God but written by man, and it has changed through the time. And just like the Bible says how earth is created, you have to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm a Christian, I have to believe what God says is true, and how the Bible depicts reality is a flat, stationary, enclosed earth. And how I believe it to be would be a globe, because that's what man says to me. Now I have to accept one or the other. You can't have both. You can't say, okay, I'm just going to ignore it. God, you say it's flat earth, but I'm not going to believe you, but I'm still going to be... I mean, that's kind of, how can I say, very dishonest.
I mean, Luke, why would God create? Like, if you believe in God, why would God create such a vast universe that is absolutely useless? It doesn't do anything. There's planets and all that. There's no life on them. It doesn't do anything. Why would God create something so vast and far away from Him when God's a personal God? He wants to be close to you. You know. I mean, I know He can be everywhere at once, but is it the flat Earth just? Biblical cosmology is just perfect for God. I can't see why He would use heliocentrism for creation. That it's vanity. It's useless. There's no point to it. You know, there's meant to be such a big vastness out there, and all these things doing stuff that it doesn't do anything at the end of the day. But we're here with the only little planet here with life. That doesn't make sense, dude.
Is this evidence for God?
No, of course not. No, this is not evidence. I'm just talking logically. You know what I mean? I'm not. This, of course, is not evidence. How can that be evidence? I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it logically like this, Luch.
Is this
if you have to be honest with
logically
yourself,
for God?
Luch, let's put it this way: if you have to talk logically and be honest with yourself, if you have to look at Christianity. God created everything, okay? So God created us, He created the universe, everything. When you look at the globe, what created everything? Nobody knows. But you guys believe that everything came from nothing. You just believe there was a Big Bang, and what happened before the Big Bang, no one knows. Which is more logically honest to believe? We have someone that created us for a purpose, or we have... just nothing became something, which violates natural law. Which one did you say is honest?
Why nothing? Well, we don't really say nothing came from something, or something came from nothing. Not really.
What do you mean, not really? That's exactly what you got. Okay, where did everything come from, Luch?
It started as the Big Bang, and then, well, what we call the Big Bang is... it's not really a
But where did the
bang.
Big Bang come from?
Yeah.
Huh?
Where did the Big Bang come from?
Oh, no one knows.
Exactly. So everything came from nothing. You literally...
Well, no one
appealing
knows
to
what set up.
nature,
It
you're
could
literally
be God.
appealing to nature
knows?
created itself.
But who knows? It could have been a god. You're right. It could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know.
But see,
We have
what's
no
more
idea,
logical?
like,
Knowing based on what we always observe, you always have a creator to create something, or just by chance, we just came into existence with everything.
I think saying not knowing is more honest. I think.
No.
Because
No, you see, that's
Because,
being
you know,
dishonest,
we don't
because
know.
you're not choosing one or the other. You're literally just being a fence sitter then. To me, that's dishonest.
not. Well, we don't know. It could
We
have been
do
a
know.
god.
Do you understand that if we talk about God, he's supernatural. He's above nature.
Yeah, yes, God would be supernatural. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like show me one thing in reality, in nature, that has not had some kind of creation order to it.
Evolution?
Evolution would still require something to be created.
Ooh,
Where did the protocell come from in evolution?
Yeah.
protest.
And how does a one-cell organism become a two-cell organism?
Yeah, but how did that protocell come into existence? That's the
Exactly.
question.
In the first place, yeah. In the first place, yeah. I'm even going to let them off with a step.
There were tons of things going on way before we were even existing as humans.
Can you? Yeah, but you can't. That's not even observable, is it? So you can't.
We can observe the MCR. No, MBR.
The
The
background
microwave background radiation.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you're not understanding what you're saying. You still needed something in the beginning to be there for it to happen. If you wanted your Big Bang, that is false anyway, to happen, there had to be something for it to happen. Where did that something come from?
Don't know.
It can't. Nature can't create itself. You're literally implying the first law of thermodynamics violation by saying matter can create itself.
We don't know. That's
We
the,
do
that's the
know.
problem.
That's the thing. There's only two logical inferences. This is called the ontological primitives. You either have a creator or it came from nothing. Which is more logical? The creator or nothing created itself?
Yeah, exactly. If you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be
Occam's
the truth.
razor.
I've heard that before.
It's Sherlock Holmes and Spock.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes originally, then Spock
Yeah.
quoted him.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, you want that would be Sherlock Holmes. That's correct. And then, but I heard it from
Spock.
Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Oh, okay, you got it from that. I mean, I heard it again on the newest lot of Star Trek. No, like the Captain Kirk Star Trek, but it's the new lot with Chris Pine and all that, and Zachary Quinto. Zachary Quinto said it is Spock as well. Yeah.
I see.
But he was quoting Sherlock, obviously.
Yeah,
But
and
it's fictional
yeah,
as well.
because
But
Sherlock
it's a good
said it
saying.
best.
It's a good saying. Obviously, it's fictional, both, but it's a good saying. It is a good.
It is a good saying. Yeah, you're right.
Is there anything specific you guys wished I should have answered better for the guy, or should have asked him?
Well, no. What you asked him is the most important thing about what would change his mind, because he asked you, and he pretty much said that, didn't he? He would want. He I think he's just incredulous to it as well, but he doesn't. He's not outwardly incredulous to it. He just thinks, how can this be when we've got all this globe evidence, all this alleged scientific proof, and that, you know? I just don't think he can grasp it yet. I mean, it should be easy. For me, it was so easy. It was so easy. No conflict.
Yes, it is. It's definitely not difficult, but you must open your mind. Gotta open it up. Yeah.
When will our next debate be?
Ooh, you want to debate?
It-
Who do you want
it
to
will
debate?
be-
I'll be more than happy to moderate.
It will be with Slipping Mario, right?
You want to
I know
debate
it's not.
Sleepy Mario?
It wasn't a debate. He just wanted to. He says to come on again. So like he gave you some homework to do, and he says
Yeah.
come on again when he's on, or whatever, and you'll discuss it. sort of thing. I don't think it would be. He just
When
wanted
will
to.
our next discussion be?
When you
Whenever,
ready.
whenever Sleeping Warriors
Okay.
on.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, you know what? If you say you're ready, I can talk to him and we can organize a date. How's that?
Yeah, okay.
And then I'll moderate. Is that fine?
Alright, that'll
I
be
think it'll
fine.
be exciting. An exciting.
Get ready to exit the closet.
I gotta go now.
All
See
right.
you later, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in, man. Have a good day, Luch.
Yeah, anytime.
Bless you.
Cheers. And just remember, Luch, you won't be falling over because the Earth's stationary.
Oh, it won't be falling over because there's nothing to make me fall over.
Exactly.
Oh, happy.
Just man.
There's not enough force to make me fall over. So, yeah. It's like 0.003. That's the force that I'd be feeling from the Earth rotating. 0.003. That's like nothing. That force won't make anyone fall over. Oh. Robot. Okay, see
Ruben
you
Ryder says
guys.
5 more hours of Luch.
Wow. We'll see. Naturally. Okay, see you guys.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming.
Cheers. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see the video? I can't remember if it was yesterday or today. Rich put out a little video called Flatzoid and Co. And she didn't even narrate in it flat. She just left. All she
Yes,
did
I
was
left the comment. I said, so
Yeah.
all you got is insult and nothing else. Because
And insult-
it plays,
insults
it
and
plays a
insults.
part of what I say, and then all of a sudden you just hear something in the background, or
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
stupid or
exactly. She didn't even put her voice in it at all. And she put some text up there, and the first person she corrected was Luch. A Glover.
But
She corrected him from not from not
part two,
one
she
country.
did, on her defense, part 2, she did start actually saying stuff.
Oh,
But,
did you?
literally asking things that have already been answered many times.
Mhm.
So I'm just leaving it there. Like I said, she's really trollish.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
she's just trying to bait me on a hook or something to try and get
Exactly. Listen,
content or something.
when she was on this channel, I never once heard her or seen her write or say anything about the word DAP. You know, and now she's using it. You know, like all the. You don't. I never heard her say it. You know, it's definitely more of an American thing. I think like DAP. It's not. She's from the Midlands, right? It's not far from me. And that's not something you would
No,
say.
but she's
Yeah.
picked up. She's picked up
Yeah.
the troll culture.
Of course.
She's really embraced the dark side. You could say she's really gone over to being part of the wolf pack troll kind of thing.
Crazy.
And
Crazy.
one thing that's really red flagged to me is why all of a sudden become part of the wolf pack, and so quick. So something tells me they approached her.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And that's why she became not a flat earther anymore. But like I said,
Well-
I can't divine if she ever was a flat earther or not.
No, that's
But I have realized, based on her track record, she just follows the fad.
Do you know something? It's weird you should say that. When he asked you them questions before you answered, I put down my he said, what do you think of this person, that person? And for the 3 people, Rachie, STST, and Ranty, I wrote in chat exact same thing as you said. Exact same thing. I said, and when it came to Rachie, I was like, what will I say? I says, she'll just follow the next fad. That's what I put.
Mm-hmm.
The next craze or next fad. But yeah, I put exactly the same as you.
Even Vicky says, I was born and raised in the Midian. I've never ever used the word derp.
There you go.
Yeah, it's an American saying.
Derp.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slang American word for derp. You know,
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah, definitely. That was one of my trolls.
Mhm.
PJ Dapchunk. Yeah, one of my trolls called themselves PJ Dapchunk.
Oh, I thought it spelled out something like dumb something.
I think it just means like it's I don't know. It sounds that's I don't know. Weird.
And then I actually listened through Planner
Do you know
Wolf's video
something?
on me.
If you spell it backwards, it spells something else. Don't say it. Do you think it maybe comes from that?
Pred.
Yeah, as in, you know what I'm on about. Don't, as in a predator, but the different type of predator.
The other one
You
that
know
we
what I
shall
mean?
not say.
As in PE, yeah, PE with 2 other letters, yeah.
The ones that that kind of resemble pizza.
Yes, that one's.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just wondering if it came from that.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. No.
But
Hello, guys.
hey, you're
Oh, wow.
back. That was
Yeah.
a quick one. Are you missing us so much already?
I also wanted to say that well, happy 29th of February.
Oh yeah, it's leap year, isn't it?
Not by me.
Yeah,
yet.
it is.
It's for you, not for us
Well,
yet.
for me, yeah. For you, it's in a few hours.
Remember, Luch, you in the future, man.
You're in the
Yeah.
future.
Different time zone, yeah. You're right. Well, happy.
but only
29th
temporarily.
And you
in
know,
a few.
you know how that works, though, Lou. If the sun moves ahead,
Yeah, the sun moves. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, the sun. But the Earth rotates.
No, the sun moves ahead. So in other words, the sun is now by you, and then it's going to move closer to us.
Yeah.
Nah, the Earth rotates and the sun appears to move.
No. The sun definitely moves. We measure a 15-degree an hour movement of the sun. This is measured.
Yeah, that's
Observed.
the Earth. Wait, that's a 15-degree power of Earth.
No,
The
you
Earth
know,
rotates
sorry.
15 degrees.
Wait, let's ask you. Do you look? What do you use to measure Earth's rotation?
A gyroscope is helpful.
Gyroscopes don't measure rotation.
The electromagnetic gyroscope.
You talk about the ring laser or the fog.
Yeah, that one. The
And
one
what if I have to do like the ether boys and say it's just picking up the ether? What then?
Well, it could
magnetic
have been
fields.
the ether. You're right, it could have been, but the ether was debunked, so it can't be the ether anymore.
No, I don't even think the ether was a thing in the first place. But
No, but you could. You could do
but
that.
the thing is, when we look at the sun, we observe the sun moving. When we record the sun, this is actual measurements. We see the sun moving at 15 degrees an hour, not the Earth.
And
We
biblically
don't see
as
it
well.
change shape in the sky, or
And-
change
and Luke,
size in the
and-
sky. So,
And Luke,
Yeah.
I know.
Explain
And Luke,
even. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
PJ. I was going to say, and yeah, McToon debunked the globe argument that the sun size would change when he debated pitch lumen. That's why I love that debate so much, because what did he say? Magnification.
Mm.
if you put a solar filter on the camera lens, you'd see the actual size of the sun,
Not
and
actual,
you
it's
can
still
see
an
it
angular
not-
size, Luch.
not change at all.
Oh,
It's
it
still an
does.
angular size.
I think it's like 0.1 degree, it still changes.
Mhm.
Even with the
It
solar
will-
filter.
okay, it will change very, very
Do
slightly.
you think
The
there's no magnification through the atmos even with the solar filter?
There would be, I imagine, but
There we go. So
don't.
there's your answer why it doesn't change.
The size of the sun should change way more
Not if
on
it's
a
lens
flat Earth
affected.
than it
Not if it's magnified due to lensing. Thank you, McToon.
does. What?
Didn't you hear? McToon debunked the globe's argument when he said he demonstrated using a lens how the sun appeared to drop below the table and keep its angular size.
So it appeared to drop below the table?
Yeah. McToon said he even did it
Well,
himself.
What was the... What... So, what? Did they use a light and just
used the
it look
lens.
behind the table.
Used the lens, and he looked through the lens, and they moved the light or something away, and it appeared to change the position of it, and it made it look like it was sinking into the table, and kept the same angular size. Just like Rob Skiba did, just like many other flat earthers have done, just like we see in reality. We look through lensing Atmos.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Nah, I'm gonna have to look at that video then.
Yeah.
And I was going to
See
say,
what he actually said.
I was going to say, Luke, as well. I mean, I know it's not evidence; it's the Bible. But if you're a believer in the Bible, a believer in what, like, if you believe in God and you believe the Bible and that as well, and you've got global Christians and stuff as well, why don't they think about they believe the Bible and where is it in? Is it in Jeremiah where that God stops the sun from? It's like
Not Job, Joshua. That was Joshua.
Joshua. Why did I say Jeremiah? Jeremiah is prophet. It's Joshua, I think. Yeah, we knew that. And
It's written that he stops the sun.
Yeah, he stops the sun. He stops the sun.
How do they do that?
Well, God did.
God stopped the sun, mate.
They didn't. God did it.
They needed to finish the battle, so he prayed to God to please stop the sun from setting so they could finish the battle and win. So God stopped the sun to...
How would that help them win a battle?
To lengthen the day.
So it was late for
and
longer.
I think I read a few years ago an article where quote-unquote scientists found evidence for this elongated day.
Yeah.
In history.
Wow.
Which is really weird.
Would that be a leap year?
No.
Because
leap years
makes up
only
the-
come because of the Gregorian
No,
calendar.
we have leap years because they don't base real years on the sun. They base it on the moon, and they changed it to the sun, and they had
They
to alter
changed the
it.
Gregorian, yeah. Remember, the real calendar is always based on 13 months. It was moons. It was based on the moon.
13 months, 28 days times 13 months is
It
364
wasn't
days,
as
and then
accurate.
one day the moon goes through a portal, and it comes back out the other side the next day, and you have 365.
They wanted it to be more accurate.
It's not more accurate.
they
That's the
changed it
thing.
to the sun.
The Gregorian calendar is not more accurate than the 13 month. Why do you think you
I'd
have
say
to
it is.
have a leap year? It's because it's not
to
so
make
accurate.
it the missing day.
Not only that, but the year doesn't start in January, it starts in April.
Monday is not the first day of the week, by the way, Luch.
Because it's like point 0.3 or something more. So every 4 years, would have to make up a missing day.
Yeah, because
That's why
it's
we
based on
have
the
to point
Gregorian
it out.
calendar. The Jesuits created the Gregorian calendar, mate. The Catholic Church.
Did
The
that?
only reason we have 12 months and we have leap years is because they changed the calendars.
Well, yeah, I won't deny that they changed the calendars, but it wasn't for the reason you think it was. Hello?
No? You finishing your statement?
It wasn't for the reason you think it was. Why
Why was the reason that they took a very accurate 13 moon month calendar away to create a 12-month Gregorian calendar that has to put leap years in? What would be the reason?
13 months wasn't that accurate.
It was very accurate. It's still perfect till this day.
I don't think. I'll have to look it up.
I think the Hebrews still kind of work off the 13-month calendar.
I'll look it up. Yeah, because saying for confidence, I know something when I don't is a fallacy. So I'll look it up. So, okay, see you for reals now.
Okay, cheers,
Bye
man.
bye. I'll look it up. More homework for me.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, man.
Bye.
I see the trolls are trying again.
I was going to say, what's Mickey Ray on about a little late? Have you addressed promoting a Flat Earth parody video as real? What are they on about? Idiots. Oh, jeez.
Exactly, Jeff. Jeff says the moon disappears for 4 days every month. Yeah, it's weird how you're not able to see the moon for 4 days every month, but it's supposed to be a physical rock in the sky. What did the excuse? Oh, exposure. So you're telling me they can't get over the exposure to be able to see the moon where it's supposed to be? Yeah. That's a big red flag for the globe, by the way, guys. When it's disappeared, you're not able to get any image of the moon, anything. It vanishes. Poof. Gone.
Yep.
I think I've heard them say, yeah, but it's like 0.08% exposed or something, that you can't be able to pick it up. Why? How does the globe explain that? How does a rock, a physical rock, just vanish? That you don't see it at all. Can't pick it up, can't see it, nowhere.
Not only does it vanish, but it disappears. I watched it happen.
Yeah, it's like gone into another world, another dimension. There's many channels obsessed with me, Vicky, for some odd reason. That's how I told that Chris guy. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of weirdos. I mean, you guys would be surprised at some of the emails I get from people.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Or comments that I get on my channel. That's why I love this, putting it through review. Man, you get some sick comments.
Yeah.
You get emails? No way.
Yeah, people are crazy, dude.
And they just.
I mean, I have people literally going to try and get my address and look on Google Earth where I live, how my house looks. That's how obsessed they're with me.
It's stupid, isn't it?
What does your house look like?
like a house with a roof on it.
If I don't see you through
driveway.
Well, yeah, but
if I don't see you through a week, I'll see you through a window.
But you understand what compels a person to go try and
that's a good question.
lives, how their house looks and what's going on. I mean, what compels a person to do that?
I don't know.
Crazy.
That's a question I can't answer on that.
Hey,
I
Seeking Star Water, good to see you. Yeah, it's odd.
It is Seeking Star Water. I find that.
I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Definitely. I think I will.
So do you guys want to tackle that video on Planet Walk tomorrow night?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Absolutely.
It was... my head hurt. I actually forced myself to go listen to it and watch it through.
I haven't watched it. I'll leave it. So I'm surprised at how intuitive Planet Walk is.
He's even trying to. Hey TB, yeah, he did show up. We had a great conversation. So shout out to him. I'm going to stick his link in my description after the show. If you guys haven't already, do go subscribe. I think I still got it with me. There we go. There's his link. If you guys haven't subscribed, do go and subscribe. But like I was saying, what was I saying?
I don't know. What were we saying?
I was talking about... Oh
yeah. Going over there?
He was even trying to defend his Baphomet plushie.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to defend how stupid his voice was when he was talking in those weird accents. Yeah.
The great accents.
But you know something, Flats? I actually thought that was you talking Spanish as well. I didn't know it was you in AI. So you obviously give it a sample of your voice because it sounds like
I used my YouTube link for it, and it's processed everything for me. Very
Oh,
awesome
really?
stuff.
No,
Let's see.
that's mental. Because it really sounded like you.
Yeah, it does.
In case
I thought it was you.
in case people didn't know who it was.
I thought maybe you just practiced speaking it.
Gracias.
Yes,
I
senor.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, he must have been studying and not even letting us know about it.
I was gonna say, I thought maybe you just spoke the language and never told anybody.
I wish I could talk like that. That's so crazy.
Vicky, enjoy having the bed to yourself. Oh, well, babe. Oh, well.
Can you guys see it on screen?
No.
Okay, not you guys, but I'm talking about in YouTube. There.
Oh, okay, got you.
They should be able to. Yeah, they should be able to. This is what they talk about, guys.
Marcalo.
I'll see it in about 10 seconds.
De acuerdo. El argumento del cisne negro. Modus tollens.
Modus tollens.
Si P,
Si P,
entonces
entonces,
Q.
Q.
No Q.
No
Por lo
Q.
tanto, no P.
No, que no-
Si
no,
la
no
Tierra
P.
tiene un radio de 6.367 kilómetros, eso es P. Entonces, si el radio es el valor establecido, cada medición de la distancia al horizonte debe ser como máximo
Wow.
hasta. Si afirmas un radio establecido, debes indicar ese radio. Recuerden, chicos, esto es específicamente sobre el radio, ¿de acuerdo? Y el horizonte. El horizonte. No tengo una bola ahora. Imaginemos
Ajá.
que tengo una bola en mi mano y el radio. Esta
Dudafa.
bola no cambia. Es físicamente la misma. Permanece igual. Entonces, si mi bola mide, digamos, 10 ar,
And that was my Spanish, guys.
I think we only heard the first bit of it, the rest of it cut out on us.
If it
But I'll
was,
hear it in YouTube.
if it was only that way.
Mhm.
But yeah, because the first one I did was actually on my Flatzoid channel, and then I decided to do that. So I'm obviously gonna create new channels for Flatzoid. I'm gonna have a Spanish Flatzoid channel. I'm gonna have a French, a Portuguese channel for Flatzoid, and my English, obviously. So everything that I'm gonna have, I will just dub into those other languages on those other channels.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that, guys.
Yeah, it sounds good. It's really good. Yeah, I watched two of them videos that you had out in Spanish. Yeah, I was like, I was really impressed.
Even though you don't understand a word that's going on, you just watch it because it seems odd.
Yeah. I said something in comments about it. Yeah. I says, I haven't got a clue what you're going on about flats, but I agree anyway.
It was about the black swan and the
Yeah, it
radius
was, yeah.
value.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I kind of knew it was about, but yeah. People, I just put that in, but I forgot the trolls don't get in the comments now, so I kind of put it there for their benefit, but I forgot they don't really get in there anymore because they just think I agree with you blindly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is really odd, guys. No, we definitely have some disagreements, guys.
No, without doubt. Yeah.
I mean, I told him he must shave all his hair off, but he doesn't want to. So we disagree on that. Just joking.
Shave all his hair off. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the first one to go bald, so. As you can see,
I already
my hair
did,
is
so
getting
I already
thinner
got you
and
beat.
thinner. Jono lost his wallet somewhere. That sucks, man. I hope
No
you
way.
find it.
Definitely.
So I guess that's the show. So it's an early morning up for me again. So
Yeah, that was decent.
it was a good show.
A bit annoyed
It
about
was.
it, and that, but
Lie.
I'm sure I can sort it. I'm sure I'll be able to sort it somehow.
Definitely. So yeah, guys, everybody in chat, thanks for coming. Please hit the like, share the show if you haven't already. Really do appreciate everybody. I don't think I missed any super chats, did I?
I don't
I
think so,
don't
to be
think
honest.
so. We can check fan funding. Okay, nothing. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys, all for you coming. Really appreciate you all. Appreciate you guys in Elements. So I'll see you
We
guys
appreciate you too, sir.
all tomorrow for a planner walk destruction.
Can't wait.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's gonna be fun.
It will.
Make sure you guys bring your pink oven mitts because it's gonna be a lot of head bashing and
Bring your kid gloves too.
Eye scratching.
yeah. There we go. Thanks all. Cheers. We'll see you all tomorrow's for another special stream.